came home from prison and my 9-year-old asked me, "Who are you?" I stood by the door with my release papers in hand, staring at the kid whose goofy smile I would never mix up. "Clayton, baby, it's me. It's mommy. I'm home." Clayton went pale like he'd seen a ghost. "But daddy said you died in prison." "What? That's crazy. I'm right here." He backed away into the house, his tears now streaming. No, mommy's dead. We went to her funeral. I put flowers on the wooden box she was in." "What box? What funeral?" I stepped forward, but Clayton ran deeper into the house. "Daddy!" My husband Carter appeared in the hallway, and when he saw me, his knees literally buckled. "Who are you?" He pulled Clayton behind him, protective. "Carter, what are you talking about?" "It's me, Vivian. I just got released from prison." I held my release papers out, but he didn't move. "Vivian died 8 months ago." His voice was breaking. "Sewers lied in her cell. The warden called me himself and delivered the goodbye letter. I identified the body. We buried her. My legs felt weak." "That's impossible. I wrote you letters every week. I called when I could. We talked about Clayton's birthday 3 weeks ago." Carter shook his head slowly. "I haven't gotten a letter or call in 8 months. Not since." He paused. "Since my wife died. I don't know who you are or what kind of sick game this is, but you need to leave." "Game? Carter, I'm your wife. We've been married for 12 years. He walked to the kitchen drawer and pulled out a folder. His hands were steady now, like he'd made up his mind about something. Inside were documents, a death certificate with my name, official prison letterhead saying I'd taken my own life, a program from my funeral with my picture on it. "This is my wife's death certificate," he said quietly, "signed by the prison doctor." I stared at the papers. They looked real. Official seals, signatures, everything. "This is fake. It has to be. Someone's lying to you." Clayton peeked around his father. "You smell like mommy," he whispered to me, "like her shampoo." But Carter remained firm. He pulled Clayton back gently. "Buddy, I know you miss mommy, but this isn't her. Sometimes bad people pretend to be someone we love." The way he said it, so protective, so sad, made me feel crazy. That's when a woman appeared from the hallway. Blonde, maybe 30, with her hand resting on a visibly pregnant belly. She looked about 7 months along. "Carter, is everything okay?" She walked over and touched his arm. "This woman says she's Vivian," Carter said quietly. The blonde woman's eyes immediately filled with shock and sympathy. "Oh, honey," she reached her hand out to me. "I'm so sorry. But after Carter lost his wife, we met in a support group. I lost my husband too. I know how horrible grief can be." She turned to Carter. "Should I call the police? You married someone else?" My voice cracked as I saw the ring on her finger. "It's been 8 months and you're already having a baby with someone else?" I grieved. I moved forward for Clayton. "Cassandra has been wonderful with him." Cassandra squeezed his hand. "Clayton, sweetie, why don't you go to your room while we handle this?" Clayton looked at me one more time. He was starting to believe me. "But she has mommy's voice too." I gave him our signature smile that used to mean pancake time. She did the smile. Cassandra kneeled down to him. "I know, sweetie." Clayton's eyes lit up. "Can I go hug her?" he asked hopefully. "No, honey. Your mommy is in heaven, remember? We visited her special place last week." I tried to protest, but she sent Clayton upstairs and pulled out her phone. "I'm sorry, but I need to protect my family." She dialed 911 while my husband just stood there. "Yes, there's a woman at our house claiming to be my husband's deceased wife. She seems mentally ill." "Wait," I was desperate now. "Ask me anything. Anything about us that only I would know," I begged Carter. "Our first date was at that terrible Chinese place. You got food poisoning. Clayton was born during a snowstorm." Carter's expression shifted, but that's when Cassandra interrupted. "Anyone could find that out. Social media, talking to friends." "Ma'am, I understand grief makes people do things, but this is cruel. The scar on my stomach from my C-section," I continued. "That looks like a sword." Carter's face went white. "How do you know that?" I lifted my shirt slightly, showing my sword-shaped C-section scar. Carter stumbled backward. "Oh my god, how is this possible?" Cassandra's hand tightened on his arm. "Carter, scars can be faked. Don't let her manipulate you." I could tell Carter was torn. The police arrived within minutes. The officer looked at my release papers, then at the death certificate that Carter showed him. "These release papers look legitimate," the officer said, "but so does this death certificate. Let me make some calls." He stepped aside, phone to his ear. After 5 minutes, he came back. "The prison confirms Vivian Jennings died 8 months ago. Sewers lied. Body was released to the family." He looked at me with pity. "Ma'am, I don't know who you are, but you need to leave. If you come back, you'll be arrested." As they led me away, I heard Clayton crying through the upstairs window. But she knew about the scar. Mommy always said it's because I was her warrior. I could hear Cassandra's voice soothing him. "Sometimes people do research. Your daddy talks about your mommy online sometimes. People can learn things." But the way she said it made my blood run cold. Something fishy was happening, and I was going to find out. Full story on channel linked below.